Meeting your competing commitments with ease can seem impossible. Ask anyone how they're doing, and what's the typical answer? I'm so busy, right? We all have full lives that at times can collide. Managing your business or multiple businesses or your career, attending family events, then focusing on self care activities like exercise. So, how do you powerfully satisfy multiple commitments and meeting them with ease? Here comes systems thinking. So, what is systems thinking? Systems thinking is a holistic approach that focuses on the way parts interrelate within the context of a larger system. So, when using systems thinking, especially to achieve your goals, consider how each area of life interrelates. One of my clients couldn't get traction on both her business goals and her personal goals. And from a human wiring standpoint, she was wired to perform uh, functions very sequentially. And she would work on one thing, get it done, move on to the next. And she saw each commitment as separate from the other. And behaviorally, she also put her business goals in front of or ahead of her personal goals. Now, using systems thinking, we explored options in looking at how seemingly separate commitments could be integrated. How could she get her self-care routine accomplished, be on time for that morning appointment, and forward what she was up to in her business? Now, there were a number rather of options that we discussed, such as number one, write down her goals in all areas of her life. Most people just do it in one area, but as she wrote down her goals in all areas of her life, she realized where she was being even unclear about what the outcome was that she desired. According to research, you are 42% more likely to achieve your goals if you write them down. Writing down goals also compels you to choose metrics that you can then celebrate when you reach them. Now, with this clarity, you can filter the most important activities and enroll others to support your goals or release others that don't. Number two, she learned to ask for assistance. My client was naturally wired to want to figure it out for herself and be sequential about each task. So, becoming aware of her natural default behavior, she learned to ask who else could perform this task. That simple question prompted her brain to explore options and ask for assistance rather than take everything on herself. Number three, she used visual cues. Visual cues like posting your goals, or in my client's case, bringing her walking shoes to work, gave her the visual reminder to put her self-care first. There are other ways to integrate exercise as well, like parking in the spot furthest from the door and walking in. Use a stand-up desk, or take short breaks doing simple squats at your desk. Easy implementation. Doesn't have to be that you go to, exercise for an hour. These simple things can forward what you're up to. And four, delegate. My client was of the mindset that it was just quicker to get a task done if she did it herself. However, in the long run, the tasks absorbed her time that were better spent on forwarding another goal. So she learned that she didn't also give her team, even her children, opportunities to step up. And she wasn't allowing herself and others to grow. See, systems thinking expands the range of options to accomplish goals. And you see how integrating small steps can have you take giant leaps over time and in multiple areas. So when you have multiple commitments, you may first want to ask if you're really committed or just interested in that goal. When you're merely interested, you will do what is convenient. And when you're committed, you'll do whatever it takes. So take a minute and ask yourself, Where in your business or life could you integrate commitments, getting two things accomplished at one time? Where could you ask for assistance or delegate? And where could you take an easy task that would follow or forward your goal? A simple task that would forward your goal. It doesn't have to be always a giant leap. Then take action consistent with your commitment, not the circumstance. I'm Lisa Minnini. Until next week, create a great life.